Hey guys. Okay, topic today is volume of a sphere. I'm going to do the best I can to make it make sense to you. So be patient. I will get through it, okay? Um, Spheres and cylinders are very much related. You needed to have watched the video before this where the guy took this sphere, or girl, I can't remember, took this sphere, filled it up with water, and dumped it into the cylinder, okay? The volume of this sphere is definitely smaller than the volume of the cylinder. In fact, the volume of this sphere filled up not just 1/3, but 2/3 of the cylinder. So the volume of this sphere is going to be 2/3 the volume of the cylinder. So we could find the volume of this cylinder, area of the base, times the height, and then find 2/3 of that. That would work. That would totally work. But there is a formula that kind of simplifies all of that work, and I want to show you where that formula comes from, and then we'll be able to use it, and that'll make finding volume of sphere quicker and more efficient, okay? So, so let's start by finding volume of this cylinder, okay? And I'm going to ignore these sixes for right now, and I'll come back and use those here in a minute. So area of the base, we would do pi times radius squared, okay? Then we would take that times the height. Okay, that would be the volume of this cylinder, okay? Now, for me to show you the formula for volume of the sphere, I'm going to talk about this height. So think about a basketball. Think about a sphere, okay? Its height, so here's its height right here. So picture your baseball or your basketball. The height is going to be equal to 2 radiuses of any sphere. So here's its height. The height, there's one radius. There's the other radius. The height is always going to be 2 radiuses. So for the purpose of showing you the formula of a sphere, I'm going to replace h with 2r. Because 2r, 2 radiuses, is the height of the sphere. Okay? So this right here, what I have right now, this is the volume of the cylinder. I did area of the base, pi times radius squared, times the height, which I've replaced with 2r since we're talking about spheres today. And now that's the volume of the cylinder. Now I just need 2/3 of that. So I'm going to take that times 2/3. Okay, now that looks like a mess. And I told you that using the formula of volume of a sphere formula would make it be more efficient and quicker, and that does not look like that would be much fun. So I'm going to use some algebra to simplify that big mess, okay? So I'm going to write it out the long way. This is pi times radius squared, means radius, times 2 times radius times 2/3. That's what that whole thing means, okay? This is just one big multiplication problem. I'm going to multiply like terms together. So radius times radius times radius is going to be radius cubed. Pi is just pi. And now I have this right here. So this is going to be 2/1. I'm going to make it look like a fraction. I'm going to multiply straight across. And so that's 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. Volume of a sphere formula is 4/3 pi r cubed. 4/3 pi r cubed. It's one of those formulas that'd be nice if you get it memorized, much like you have area of a circle memorized. Pi times radius squared. Circumference of a circle. Pi times diameter. Area of a triangle. Base times height divided by 2. You get all these formulas memorized. This is another one, like, walk around your house today and just say 4/3 pi r cubed. 4/3 pi r cubed. 4/3 pi r cubed. And it kind of rolls off your tongue pretty good, and then pretty soon it's stuck in your brain, and you got it. You definitely need to get this one written on your formula sheet. So I hope you're continuing to have your formula sheet going. This would be, and I'm going to write it up here in the corner, volume of sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay? Get that put in your formula notes. You're going to want it. You're going to need it. Okay? So now let's talk about how to use that formula. So let me go back, and this time let's pay attention to these numbers that I have written up here in my drawing. So if the formula is 4/3 pi r cubed, well, 4/3 is going to just stay 4/3 times pi, which is 3.14, times the radius cubed. Well, if this is 6, that would be the diameter, so the radius would be 3. So I'm going to do 3 cubed. Okay. So what I do is I just get my calculator, and I just punch this in. And I don't know why, I always do it going backwards, but it wouldn't matter. I do 3 times 3 times 3. I do my radius cubed first. So 3 times 3 times 3. And I'm at 27 right now. I'm going to take that times pi times 3.14. I'm going to take that times 4 times 4. I'm at 339.12. Okay, now I've got to take all of that and divide it by 3. And I'm at 113.04. I'm out of room for my labels. I'm going to stick it down here. Inches cubed. Okay, 4/3 pi r cubed. Let's look at one more. Good enough. Okay. So our formula is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, so here we go. 4/3 is just 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. Well, the diameter of this particular sphere is 10 inches, so its radius is going to be 5. So 5 cubed. Okay. I'll type it in going this way this time. I don't know why I always go backwards. I just do. My brain's weird. So I'm going to punch in 4 times 3.14 times 5 times 5 times 5. And I'm at 1,570. That's what I got for up here. And now I have to divide that by 3. And I'm at 523.3. I'm in inches again. Cubed. Okay? I'm going to just double check my math. Yep, got it again. Okay? All right, go back and watch those again. Get this written in on your formula sheet. You're going to need it. Good luck.